guys, it's Elise from MyCupcakeAddiction. On today's episode, we're going to be making these gorgeous little choc-dipped Oreos with sprinkle tops. Choc-dipped Oreos look really simple, but when you actually start making them, there's a few tricks to getting them really nice and perfectly smooth, which I'm going to show you today. Let's get started. You can use any chocolate you like here, but white is going to be your most forgiving colour. I've got a pair of scissors. Now I'm using an Oreo mould. I love the Oreo moulds because they give you a really nice shiny finish, but you can also use just the bottom half of the cups in a regular cupcake tray if you don't have an Oreo mould. I've got a few different assorted sprinkles, all different colours, shapes and sizes, and of course I've got some Oreos. The first thing that you want to do is you want to just put just a thin coating of sprinkles in the bottom of each of your little Oreo moulds. And just flatten them out. You really just sort of want like one layer of each of the different types of sprinkles, but you do want it covering the entirety of the Oreo mould. All right, just give that tray just a little tap or a little shake, just to make sure that all of your little sprinkles are as even as they can be. Now you want to pour some of that white chocolate into your Ziploc bag, and we're going to cut off a very, very thin or small corner and fashion it into a little bit of a makeshift piping bag. And then you just want to very, very lightly just drizzle it over top of those sprinkles. What we're trying to do here is create a really thin sprinkle covered disc without messing up our sprinkles too much and without going up too high. If you come up too high in your Oreo pan, you're not actually going to have enough room to put in your Oreo cookie. So I'm kind of just putting it around in a nice swirl, and this just stops me from messing up my sprinkles and getting white chocolate on the other side of the sprinkles where I really just want sprinkles to be seen. All right, so take those now and you want to pop them off into either the fridge or the freezer until those little top discs have completely set. Now what you want to do here is you just want to take a tiny, tiny little dollop of chocolate, not too tiny, about half a teaspoon, stick it onto that little flat disc and then take an Oreo straight away and squish it down. The important thing here is your Oreos do need to be within the line of your Oreo mold. If they're sticking up out over the top, you're not going to get that nice flat bottom on your Oreos. Now for this part, you can either use your spoon or you can use another Ziploc bag. I'm going to go with another Ziploc bag because it's just going to help me force the chocolate down into those sides. So I'm just going to put the remainder of my white chocolate into the Ziploc bag and snip off another nice little tip. And now I'm just going to force that chocolate all the way down the sides. Give your mold a couple of taps on the bench. And then you just want to come around and just cover off on the tops. Once again, try not to overfill your Oreo molds here. All right, now give it another couple of good taps on the bench just to even out that top coat. And then pop that back off into the fridge or freezer to completely set. So coming back from the fridge or the freezer, wherever you've decided to set your little Oreos, they should pop out really, really easily. So you may need to just brush some additional sprinkles off the top. And what you've got there are some really gorgeous little Oreo cookies coated with your assortment of sprinkles. I absolutely love this idea. I think it's so versatile. You could theme these up with Christmas colored sprinkles. You could make them for Easter. You could make them for Valentine's Day. So many different ways that you can change these Oreos up. Looks really, really flash on the outside, and on the inside, it's just a simple old Oreo cookie. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you subscribe to My Cupcake Addiction for 3 times weekly uploads. And as always, thanks very much for watching.